All right. Welcome to Trolls Toys. Figure reviews, toy hunts, unboxing and rankings, unboxing and displays, etc. All right. YouTube Trolls Toys back at you with another video. And today we're going to be doing another episode 3 of random figure reviews. Pardon me, because you guys seem to be watching them, and it's helping me get figures from different lines out of the box, in all honesty. So today we're going to do figures that we purchased for $35 or less. Right, so representing WWE coming in at $27.43. I think it was from Walmart, but I can't really recall, is the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Coming in from Super 7 via way of Pop Market is Bruce Lee the Fighter, right at that $35 price point. Coming in from Target in Millbury, Massachusetts, representing X-Men, right? Normal price $25. We got him on clearance for $10, but we'll put him in here. Professor X Savage Land. Obviously excited about this one. A score in the wild from today, July 28th. We got number 158 in the classified series from Target, Millbury, Massachusetts. Mass Device Breaker, 25 bucks. Well, we'll pretend like he was $35, but this is Movie Flash Gordon, pretty sure. And we got him from the FYE in Auburn, Massachusetts, when it was going out of business for like 10 bucks, I believe it was. It could have been less than that. But you know, normally a $35 figure. So Movie Flash from NECA. And then final figure we're going to open today in this episode from Target, Millbury, Massachusetts, right at that $35 price point. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Crouching Panda, Hidden Turtles. This is PandaCon from NECA. So I think we'll start out with Breaker, just because I just found him today and I'm excited to open him. So we'll get Breaker out of his plastic prison and we'll begin this quick unboxing and ranking of 6 figures from 6 different lines at $35 or less price point. We actually have one figure that hit that $35. That's Bruce Lee, well, 2, and PandaCon. All the rest were $25 or less, but just so we could get those 2 included. All right, Breaker, file name Kibby Alvin R. Primary military specialty, infantry. Birthplace, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Grade E4. Breaker's familiar with all NATO and Warsaw Pact communication gear, as well as most world export devices. Specialized education, Signal School. Covert electronics. Project Gamma. Qualified expert, M16. M1911A1. Mac 10 Ingram. Classified. Speaks 7 languages. So I gotta say, Breaker was not one of my favorite G.I. Joes growing up, obviously. I thought he's kind of plain Jane. But they've sort of re-envisioned him here. We're obviously going to use this alternate head sculpt where he's blowing the bubble gum. And I just started rewatching the G.I. Joe original series, so we're only 2 episodes in. So Cobra has the mass device. They've zapped the Eiffel Tower. G.I. Joe has just went to the Arctic to find the first catalytic element, and Snake Eyes got trapped inside the radioactivity. Hence why we know the radioactive Snake Eyes coming with the polar bear, right? But we've got Breaker looking pretty good. Like I said, alternate head sculpt, blowing the bubble gum. I'm pretty sure this is one of the elements they're searching for. G.I. Joe's original communications officer, right? Comes with a backpack. He's got this hose that's going to attach to something. He's got his helmet. He has a knife. And he's got a pistol with a silencer. So we'll get Breaker equipped with all of his gear. Alright, so here's Breaker, right? Obviously, I think this head sculpt we gotta use. Knife looks like it could go into the sheath either way, so I thought it made more sense to go in this way. Backpack on. Obviously, the backpack attaches to the helmet, I believe is supposed to be the gist, so that he can communicate. Hence, that is his specialty, right? We got the mass device element, but overall I think Breaker looking quite smooth, looking quite nice. Happy to add what I consider a hard to find newer figure to the collection, because we missed him on pre-order. I think most people did, and he was just chilling on the pegs at Target. So random figure review number 1 for this video. Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified number 158, Alvin Breaker Kibby mass device version. All right, up next, representing the X-Men, we're going to go Professor X Savage Land. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not big into Marvel. I mainly bought him because I thought we could reuse him with the Joes in some capacity. And probably ditch Professor X's head. Maybe use this Thor head. Or more than likely, if it doesn't look too goofy, we're going to use this Thor head with sunglasses, I think. For those of you who like it, though, in the treacherous jungles of a hidden Antarctic valley, Charles Xavier finds himself without his powers alongside Magneto, amidst a slew of prehistoric creatures. And I guess they're calling his getup a safari suit. And like I said, I'm not all up on the X-Men lore, but he does come with the helmet, right? That we could get on him if we were so inclined. He comes with the, like he's putting it up and he's thinking or doing his telekinesis or whatever. Comes with Fists of Fury out of the package, and comes with gripping hands as well, but comes with no weapon, right? So, like I said, we mostly bought this because it was on sale and to see if we could repurpose it to do something else. Something else like this. I don't think that looks too bad. Thor's masthead. It's like safari suit Big Lebowski. I don't know. But anyway, if you're a big fan of Professor X and the X-Men, I'm not poking fun at it. It's just not a line I'm familiar with, but I did think the figure was cool. And the price we couldn't beat. So random figure review number 2 from Hasbro, representing the Uncanny X-Men. Professor X Savage Land Edition. Woo! Up next, we'll go with the daughter of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. This is the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Ultimate Edition Greatest Hits. Height 5'10", from the Queen City, which we all know to be Charlotte, North Carolina. Finisher, figure 8 leg lock, career highlight, 14-time WWE Women's Champion. All hail the Queen. This second generation superstar has a championship pedigree that lives up to the surname Flair. She's the face of the women's evolution, the first ever WWE Women's Champion in the post-Diva era, the first woman to headline a WWE pay-per-view, and the first woman to main event a WrestleMania. When it's all said and done, there's only one thing left to say. Woo! All right, we got the Queen out of the package, and she comes with C-grips attached. She also comes with these hands, like I don't know, she's throwing her hands up in the air like she's the greatest, like she does. And she also comes with more splayed out hands. I gotta say, this head sculpt is not the best in my opinion. We all have opinions, and I know they're like a-holes, but that's mine. I think this head sculpt, at least not on the figure, looks more like Charlotte Flair, so we're gonna get it equipped and see how that looks. And the interest robe does just Velcro, so that's good to know. I'm not sure why her ring gear is 2 different colors. That's kind of interesting, right? I think it's why is it purple and red? And why is the top red and the bottom part purple? I am confused. I don't know. We're probably going to leave the robe on her anyway, right? But that seemed a bit odd. If anybody's got any explanations, let me know. I don't really know why that is. But I think this head sculpt looks much more like the Queen, so this is how we're going to pose her, I believe. So random action figure number 3 from Mattel, WWE Ultimate Edition Greatest Hits, the Queen, Charlotte Flair. All right, random action figure number 4 is going to be from Super 7. It's going to be the fighter, Bruce Lee. He came in right at that $35 price point from Pop Market. Bruce Lee, the fighter, the legend, master of Jeet Kune Do. All right, here we have Bruce Lee out of the package. Comes out of the package with a screaming head sculpt and Fists of Fury. Does have the alternate sort of woo head sculpt, which we'll probably use. Comes with a spear. Comes with 2 rigid pair of nunchucks that you could use for posing, shambles, right? And then it comes with one that has an actual small chain in between it for more motion shots, I suppose. He comes with 4 sets of alternate hands as well. That's set number 1. Set number 2 is a little bit bloodied on the fingertips. Set number 3 his more gripping hands. But I feel like I might use set number 4 where he's got blood all over the palms of his hands like he didn't have somebody up. So let's get Bruce Lee equipped. I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to get Bruce posed up all cool, but I was having some difficulties. So for now, we're just gonna pose him like this. We did put the alternate head sculpt on him. We're gonna use one of those rigid sets of nunchucks. We got the bloody hand equipped. But Bruce Lee from Super 7, we got him to go in our random karate folk slash action hero shelf. Our random karate folk area is a little bit full, so he's probably gonna go on the action hero shelf with the likes of Jean-Claude and Dolph and Arnold. Sylvester, right? But Bruce Lee looking pretty fly, looking pretty good. I mean, I know maybe this is the least popular of the figures because there were like 3 or 4 different variants, and this is the one that was on clearance, but I like it just fine. All right, random action figure number 5 coming by way of NECA, representing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got PandaCon. Right, I gotta say PandaCon might win the award for most plastic zip ties on a figure ever that I've encountered so far. But a karate panda, dare I say a kung fu panda? Like, I didn't even watch Ninja Turtles as a kid, really, but I'm just drawn to their toys. They're just so toyetic, look so badass. It's amazing. So he comes with 3 sets of alternate hands, right? So that you can get all your PandaCon Kung Fu action ongoing. He comes with an alternate head sculpt. He comes with his nifty straw hat. He comes with quite an impressive backpack. A very fierce sword. And obviously a panda and claws, so we can do the Wolverine type FU up stuff. Man, I'm in. Let's get PandaCon equipped. Oh snap, the backpack opens so we can store things like the sword in it when we're not using it. I couldn't figure out how to put the hat on, and then I was like, what? There's something I'm missing. The top of his head comes off so you can snap on the hat. I was in shambles because my stands that I normally use have 3 pegs on them so you can fit different size figures, but PandaCon's feet were way too effing big. But I gotta say, he might be tough to beat. A karate kung fu panda with a straw hat and claws. I mean, come on. Like I said, I wasn't a huge Ninja Turtle fan, but I'm just drawn to their figures. They're just so badass. So random figure review number 5 from NECA, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, PandaCon. And the last figure that we're going to review today is also from NECA, but it's from Flash. Oh, Flash Gordon, right? And this is Final Battle Ultimate Flash Gordon. I believe this is movie version Flash. So we'll get him out of his plastic prison. When Earth is threatened by an intergalactic evil, star quarterback Flash Gordon embarks on a daring quest to save his home from the cruel machinations of Ming the Merciless. Aided by unexpected allies, Flash and friends battle Ming and his henchmen in an adventure beyond imagination. So here we have Flash out of the package, and for many of you who haven't seen Flash Gordon, maybe you saw the actor that played Flash Gordon from the movie in a more recent movie, Ted, right? But he comes with 2 alternate head sculpts because Flash Gordon makes an appearance in Ted. Right? He comes with quite a golden sword. And I haven't seen Flash Gordon in quite a while, but he's got quite the weapon here. I don't remember this from the film. If anybody does, let me know. He does have a gripping hand so that he can hold the gun. Or the sword, I should say. He has a trigger finger hand so he can hold the gun. And then he has another gripping hand because he comes out of the package with Fists of Fury. Alright, we left the head sculpt that was on him on there. We do have the gun in his hand and the sword. I think that might be a bit much. The sword is quite large, I must say. So that's our random action figure number 6 from NECA. Final Battle Flash Gordon from Flash Gordon. So now we got to do the hard part. I think we've done ourselves a disservice because these figures are all super cool. Now we got to rank them. I know they're all unalike properties, right? But from our least favorite to our favorite, but I like them all. Let's just say that first. But coming in at number 6, is Professor X Savage Land. Like I said, mainly because I think we're going to use him in other lore other than X-Men. Number 5. It's going to be tough. I think I unexpectedly might go Flash Gordon. He's a bit plain Jane. I do like him, but we may go Flash Gordon at number 5. I think we will, from NECA. At number 4, also a little bit unexpected, it's going to be Bruce Lee. I just thought he would be cooler than he is. He is a cool figure. I am happy to have him. We're going to move Flash's gun down so we can see Bruce. Right? So numbers, and Flash's sword is in the way of Professor X. How's that? 6th place, Professor X, Savage Land. 5, Flash Gordon. 4, Bruce Lee. 3, we're going to go All Hail the Queen. Bow down to Charlotte Flair. Once again, all these figures are quite good. That only leaves 2, PandaCon and Breaker. And an unexpected twist, I think G.I. Joe's going to come in 2nd place, even though that's my favorite line, right? We're going to put Breaker. Let me see if I can zoom out. Breaker at number 2, Massive Ice. We were happy to find him. He is quite the clutch figure. I do like the bubblegum blowing head sculpt. But there's no way anybody can beat a karate, kung fu fighting panda. So in 1st place, Random Action Figures, episode number 3. Price point $35 or less. Our winner is going to be PandaCon from TMNT by NECA. As always, this has been Trolls Toys. We truly appreciate you watching our videos, and we'll see you soon.